I'm making for myself. So most of my videos I'm making for myself anyway. The last one I made for my YouTube to talk to my subscribers. But anyway, this is a video for myself, and maybe one day I might upload it. But it's just a video about like how paranoia sometimes can be based on real shit. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like a consistent paranoia that somebody has. It's like paranoia is a form of perception. You know what I mean? They want to call, like, medical people want to call it schizophrenia. They want to call it delusions. They want to have these labels for it. But paranoia is a form of perception. And it's like, it's elevated. Sometimes it can mean elevated. It's like an elevated perception that a person may have. Paranoia sometimes is rooted in real place. And it comes from a real place. You know what I mean? Sometimes it really is from a real place. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just a lie, or it's just somebody just like overthinking something, or somebody just not reading into something correctly. You know what I mean? Sometimes some paranoias are false, but some paranoia is actually like true, or like, you know what I mean, or just. But it's like a thin line between that type of paranoia that's like fake. Am I imagining things? And it's just an overthinking thing, or the type of paranoia like, okay, maybe some of the dots that I'm trying to connect are actually could be true, you know. But especially if it's something that keeps popping into my head, you know what I mean, like especially if it's just something that just keeps popping into my head, and like I don't want to think of like I wrote a poem to myself saying not to think of certain no, I wrote a poem to myself talking about not to overthink, or just not to think of just like outlandish, like different, you know, try to overthink scenarios and different things of what woulda, coulda, shoulda, or try to connect to. I write sometimes I write notes to myself for things like that, but if a paranoia keeps coming back, like, it's like, it's like this little thought. Like for me, sometimes it can appear as like food aversions. I don't know why. Food aversions. It could be because of some underlying whatever, but it could be like rooted in something real. Could come from something real, you know what I mean, that experience. And I can play psychotherapist with myself and say, okay, maybe it was from this day when this happened. That's the reason why sometimes I avoid certain foods, or I avoid not wanting to eat certain, or like, you know, if I don't see it being prepared in front of me, it's made me more paranoid about food, and like how I consume food, or how I make food, or how people give, you know. Like, even like buffets, I like the fact that buffets are open, because you can just see all the food that's there, and you know it's not going to, like, you know what I mean, that all the food is there, and you can just pick it out yourself. But, like, why is my trust like that? You know what I mean? Why do I have such low trust in my environment? Like, sometimes I have low trust in my environment, and, like, why is that? It's just fear stuff, but I overanalyze everything. I overanalyze myself. It's just like I need to give myself a break. Like,